What's up, everybody? Cecil with Okie Angler Co. again, and we are in for a video today. So today we are going to be doing a bait build. It's one of my favorite colors, as you probably saw from the thumbnail. It's called Space Candy. It is a mixture of colors that makes it look kind of like a galaxy. I really like it in a stick bait and the crawl, which is actually one of the molds that we're going to shoot today. So come on, let's get this thing going and let's get into it. Thank y'all. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to need to make today's color. We've got Dead On Plastics Monkey Shine. We've got 8-bit baits. We're going to put some of the bluegill pixie dust in there. We're going to do 040 Emerald Green. We've got 015 Fire Red. We're going to put some 015 Silver Holographic in there as well. And then we're going to go back to Dead On Flake and we're going to do some 0.25 Dead On Plastics Flake Water. This is one of my favorite glitters out there, or flakes, however you want to say it. You know, there's a big debate on that, but we won't get into that today. But the shimmer on this is just absolutely amazing. Like, I really enjoy this one. And of course we're going to do some Dead On Plastics Red Label. We're going to do 1.5 cups because I plan on shooting 2 different molds today. We're going to do the 4-inch Ecto Craw from Angling AI, and then we're also going to shoot the Glory Craw from Epic Baits today. And that is what we are going to put in there. Now I'm going to do the 2 baits, but I am curious because I really think this is going to look good. I haven't had this, but we're going to do one of them with Grape 0.015. I think this purple is going to look really good in this color. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to finalize the Space Candy color and give you guys the list and the recipe. You can screenshot it, you can write it down, whatever you guys need to do. And that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get this plastic going and get this color made. Alright guys, so when I was telling you all the ingredients, I missed one of the most important ones that we're going to be using. We're going to be using Lureworks Black. We need 20 drops of it, so per cup. So let's go ahead and get this. We are working with 1.5 cups because I want to shoot these baits, and they're pretty big molds, so I wanted to make sure and have enough. So we're going to do 30 drops total. For those of you keeping count, I know that was 25, but those were really big drops. So I just went ahead and went with 25. We'll check it and see what she looks like. I think that's going to be plenty. Yeah, we're good there. So yeah, we're going to be doing 20 drops. I use Lureworks. I really like that black. I've used Dead On Plastics Black a little bit, but not enough to really get used to it, so I haven't used it a whole lot. So I'm going to shake this up real quick, and we're going to do, normally it'd be 10 drops per cup, Monkey Shine, but since we're doing 1.5 cups, we're going to do 15 drops. And really you can add more or less of this, just depends on how much shimmer you want to get out of this. Let's see, 1, 2. Maybe 14 and 15. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stir that up so you guys can see what it does. So this kind of adds to the galaxy effect in this. The magic is really the 8 bits, but you can kind of see that shimmer in there. So that's kind of what we're going for. That kind of helps with that. Get a little bit of a blue. You could use any really like monkey milk kind of colorant when you're doing this. I mean, it really doesn't matter. So I'm not going to do crazy measurements, but I think For these, we are just gonna do, so normally I'm gonna do a 1/16 of a teaspoon of each of these. On the 0.15s. So we're gonna do that, and we're probably gonna do it, we're gonna go ahead with a 1/16 of a teaspoon. I may adjust these while we're doing this. I didn't write down my measurements when I made this originally. I just kind of wing it sometimes when I'm doing flake, because sometimes I like a little more, sometimes a little less, but I'm really trying to get myself down to doing these a little more accurately, a little more consistency across the board. But sometimes I like a little bit more. Sometimes I'm like, nah, we need to do a little more than that. But I think a 1/16 is going to be where we're going to want to be. And this is a 1.5 cups. I'm going to do a little bit more of that. That's my favorite one. We are doing a 1.5 cups, so I think you could still use a 1/16 of a teaspoon with a cup. You can bump it down just a little bit, because I'm kind of doing heaping scoops here. So if you do a little more even, that'd probably be about right for your 1 cup. Now, we're going to go ahead and stir this in. Starting to set up a little bit. This red label sets up really, really fast, in my opinion. Look at that. See that? That's just, oh, you guys can't see that. What am I thinking? I got to look through the lens. There we go. A little bit better. I've got to work on my glare. I've got a lot of glare. I've got to work on my lighting with my videos, so bear with me while I'm transitioning and doing all that stuff, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. My last video has exceeded my expectations tremendously. So this, we're going to do a 1/32 teaspoon, and this is probably what I would do for the 1 cup as well, of the 8-Bit Baits Pixie Dust. And as you can see, that just illuminates this black. I mean, it just goes nuts with this bait. I really love the shimmer that comes out in 8-Bit Baits, but I like shiny things. So you guys know, I mean, anything shiny, I love it. Anything with pearl in it, it's my favorite. I mean, by far. All right, see that? Look at that. I need to get that light, I think, a little bit more above. It's kind of on my workbench, and I think that's why I'm getting so much glare. But we'll try to get a better angle of it here in just a little while and show you guys what's going on. So I think I got everything in there. I got the red, I got the holographic, I got the green, I got the pixie dust, the blue. The only thing that I have yet to put in is that grape, and I'm going to do that on the second go, okay? So we're going to add that in a little bit to see what it looks like. As far as that color goes, I think it's probably going to go into the final color because I really like purple looking in baits. So that is probably going to be accurate. So we're going to warm this up. I'm going to get my molds ready and we're going to shoot this bait. All right, be right back. All right, we're going to check our temperature here, see where we're at. We may have to go a little bit hotter because this mold likes the heat. Yeah, I like it to be about 10 more degrees. So I like to shoot this bait somewhere in the 330s. The tentacles don't like to really fill in if you don't do that. So that's one thing that I really like to do, is try to get those tentacles all the way filled in. Doesn't always work. It's not going to affect the bait at all. It just is a complete bait. That's just kind of what I'm thinking on that. That is probably my only complaint about this 4-inch ectochrome mold, is that those tentacles will give you trouble if you don't get the right temperature. And even sometimes if you do get the right temperature, I mean, it still just doesn't want to do it. I've held pressure, I've done all kinds of stuff, and it still does it. That's a little bit better. So we're going to try that. If it doesn't fill in, that's all right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to do this around the camera. Should be enough. Give her a little purge. Bring it up, and I inject it a little bit on the fast side. Hold pressure to try to get those tentacles in there. And then I twist it off. Pull up, because there's always sticky. Top it off, because this mold drinks, guys. It will drink the plastic. So we're just going to let that sit for just a second. Fill her up. And if you're a new bait maker, this is something that you can kind of help solve if you don't mind using the extra plastic. So I made these sprue extenders, which you just stick that down in there, and then your injector will fit in the tip of this. And I've thought about making these available on my site because they're super easy to make, but unless you're going to be making a whole bunch, it's almost not worth buying the supplies. So, and I could sell them pretty cheap and still be good. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know down in the comments. And I can make a video on making it. It'd probably be like a 2-minute video, but I could still do it. It's super, super simple. All right, we'll be right back to unmold this. All right, guys, and we are back. And first, I'm going to show you the tip of the injector here. So this is what this color looks like. Did I put the purple in there? I think I did. I'll have to go back to the recording. Oh well, we're just getting purple, guys. That's what we're doing. I was gonna wait, but I think I didn't wait, and I just put it in there. But I have to say, I like it. I like it a lot. So that was a happy mistake. All right, let's get this open. All right. Hey, it's gonna open great for us too. That is awesome. And just like I was a little concerned with, if you look, the tentacles did not go all the way down to the end, which, like I said, it really doesn't make or break the bait. It's just kind of obnoxious. But check out this color, guys. And at the end of the video, I'm going to I'm going to get some better pictures and some video of up close on this. I think I can get it with my iPhone just a little bit better. That way you guys can really see the detail on this. But man, I really, really love this. And if you look, that bluegill 8-bit baits color, it really shines out. Like it kind of gives the black like a green hue to it and really gets that space. I mean, just look at that. I mean, oh man, I wish I could get that just a little bit closer. My camera won't focus. Need a $5,000 camera, guys. That's what I need, right? But these are awesome baits. I mean, this is a great trailer. I've sold quite a few of these, and everybody that I've talked to has been really happy. Let's see if I can get a little bit better view without the glare of that mold. But you can just see that shimmer. I mean, that is awesome. Man, I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors, guys. All right. All right, let's shoot the glory crawl and see what it looks like. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. All right, guys, and we are back and ready to inject this. I've already stirred up our plastisol, so we're just going to pull it out. Yeah, I'm glad I went ahead with a 1.5 cups. All right, let's get this. And I haven't really figured out injection speed on this. I think I've injected this mold a total of maybe 3 times. So if we got bubbles and voids, I apologize. I'm still learning the mold. Although I will say with Epic bait molds, I have way less to learn about injecting their molds than the Angling AI ones. And I like Angling AI. Don't think I'm bashing them. I mean, they put out a really good product. I don't have a lot of issues out of them, except for little quirks here and there, like the tentacle thing, I had their fluke mold, the bubbles on it. You have to shoot it really hot and hold pressure for longer. But really, that's about it. You just gotta wait for it to top off. And if you guys like this kind of content, let me know down in the comments. Shoot me a message. If there's something that you would like to see in future videos, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts are on different content that you want to see. If you want to see comparison videos, bait build videos, review videos, if you want me to review the stuff that I use as far as like the LureWorks glitter or the Dead on Plastics colorant, the LureWorks colorant, I'm more than happy to get you guys information and my thoughts on it. That way you can kind of see what is going on with the different products. There we go. That should be about all. I'm gonna top her off. This color, I really enjoy it. I'm not really trying to toot my own horn on this, but maybe a little bit. Man, I just cannot get that light right, can I? Let's see. Wonder if I can get it. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna move my light. My shop light is like right above on like this shelf, so I think it's too close. I think I need to back it off a little bit. I may have to get some studio lighting and stuff like that in order to really showcase this kind of stuff, and I do plan on doing that. I am really new to this, so just bear with me and we can make some great content together. This is a blast. I love doing this. I thought I'd be super nervous about getting on camera with people and talking to people, but it's really not that bad. I started doing TikTok lives. I do plan on doing YouTube lives. If that's something that you guys are interested in doing, that way you guys can talk to me. Put that in the comments if you guys want to communicate. And I'm still a small enough channel. You guys can send me messages or whatnot, and I should be able to get back to you pretty quick. I'm always monitoring my content. So instead of cutting and coming back, I think we're just gonna go ahead and unmold this. I think we're almost there. I don't think I'm gonna have to cut and come back. Let's see what this sprue looks like. Maybe just another minute. No. Let's see if I can get this to. Maybe I can get. This little action camera doesn't pick up all the details. I need Santa Claus to bring me a professional camera. That way I can give you guys the close-ups and do all the fancy stuff, but you guys can really see all that sparkle. Let's see if I can play with it here and get you guys a little bit of... Man, I just really can't get it, can I? I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Because this is an absolutely beautiful bait. And I think I'm going to be featured on a deal that Snatching Baits is going to be doing. So that's going to be cool. And you guys are going to have that availability. As well as I'm going to put a bait card up at the end of the video as well. Alright, let's look at this. Of course, this one came out on the top. I wonder if we can get you guys to a spot. I'm going to move the camera. See if I can really get this color. Look at that. That looks... Still some glare. Get to see me, but... See all that green? That is not all glitter. That is 8-bit baits coming out of that. And I think this craw is going to look absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and take it out of here. Oh man, pitch black, and then you get all the shine like the stars. Look at that. A little blurry maybe. Tell you what, we're gonna turn this around. All right, we're gonna put that in my hand, and we're gonna come over here. There we go. little less glare. Let's get that. Yeah. A lot better. Man, this looks really good in it too. This crawl looks a lot better. Wasn't sure what it was going to come out like, but everything else I've seen in the Glory Crawl has not disappointed, so I had really, really high hopes. And it did not disappoint. This Glory Crawl is a keeper, guys. I really, really enjoy it. I don't really see any bubbles this time around, so I think I've about got it dialed in. Yeah. Alright guys, so that is the end of the video. Let me know what you think. I really enjoy doing these bait builds. I think that was an awesome idea. Space Candy is my favorite color that I have. Besides the salt and pepper color, I really enjoy that. It is a really simple build. It'd take me like 2 minutes to do that video, I think, because it's literally 2 colors. Just white and black flake. So it's really simple. If you guys want to see more of this content, please throw it down in the comments. I can't stress enough how much that helps me know what you guys are looking for, what you want to see. I know what I want to see, but I don't know what y'all want to see. So the more you communicate with me, the better. I really appreciate you guys watching. Let's go ahead and get some close-ups of these baits that we made. That way you guys can really see the colors that pop out of there. Here we go. Cue the music.